welcome along. It's the 30th of January 2020. As you can see, I'm at home. My lap's been invaded by a cat, so she ain't going to be getting too comfortable because it's not long, finishing my tea, and then I'll be off down towards Long Itchington to have a go on the Grand Union Canal pike fishing. This is probably my last chance before the end of the month to have a fish this decade, because still, if you see my previous winter vlogs, I'm on a massive blanking streak this year, and I haven't had a fish at all now in over a month. So I'm going to get down there. I'll be fishing by about 2:30, I would have thought. I get down there and I've got to about 4:30, 6 o'clock into dark, chucking a few spinners and lures around for pike, or in fairness, and perch. Or I might even venture onto the River Itching as the water's quite low. It's thinning down after flooding again, and see if I can't have a chub out of a little stretch up there next to the canal. So I'll see you next to the water. So it took us an hour to get here, but I'm ready to start fishing. I'll show you what I'm using. A nice bright spoon to start with, onto a wire trace, and onto that we've got some 12-pound line. There's my first catch of the day. For that fourth cast, nice twig. So I've worked my way through the first two locks, and all I can hear is the woodpeckers in the trees behind me, but unfortunately not the splashing of a hooked fish. So I'm going to carry on working my way down the canal back the way I came. So I've had to go through a few of the locks and I've caught nothing. So I'm working my way to the bottom of them, to where the Blue Lights pub is, and there's a few bigger stretches between locks. Hopefully it's where a willing zander, pike or perch might be hoping to take my lure. Well, it looks like yet another blank. Thanks for watching. It's the 7th of February 2020, and I'm back on my local free pool, because after this run of blanking I've been doing, lack of catching anything, this is the only place I've been doing any good on for the last 4 months or so. So I'm going to have a wander around, decide where I'm fishing and what I'm doing for the day, and then I'll see you once I've got the rods out. 20 past 10, both rods are out. Let's see what the day brings. My rods are out. I've made my brew, first of the day. So it's time to tell you why I've chose to fish here. Now, regular viewers of the scene, I've been on Stockton and Clattercut so far this year, and I ain't caught nothing. All my friends that fish, they've all caught so at least one each this year. So I've taken a lot of banter off them. And seeing I work as a chef in my local pub, and a lot of them drinking there, I've taken it pretty much every single day. So I've come up here for confidence, really. It's only a small lake. I've done all right on here the last few winters. I've done all right on here back in October, November, December. For fish ain't too far away, I know the kind of area of spots that I'm going to catch from, or hopefully, should I say, going to catch from. So I've chose two spots that I regularly catch from, some around winter. Both are in the margins, both are on the bottom of the marginal shelf. It's about 3 or 4 foot at the most. The water's quite high at the moment with all the rain we've had. And I'm fishing, gone back to basics, simple rigs, simple baits that I know I can catch on up here, and I need a fish. That's the main reason I'm here. I need a fish. Regular viewers of my vlogs have seen that I'm catching nothing. You must be getting bored of the scenery and the wildlife and my face rather than me with any fish. So I've got 7 hours fishing today. It's my mum that gave me a lift. Fair play, mum. Instead of my dad, 'cause he's at work. So I didn't want to get her up too early. It was a bit of a frost last night. So I've got here for about 9:45, had a wander around, get my eyes in the water, no sign of them, so I've just stuck to where I know I can catch from, or I've got a better chance of catching from. So simple rigs. I've got one on a glugged up raspberry ripple wafter, and the other one's on a bottom bait with a bit of pop-up corn on. Both rods have got a little bit of sweet corn and pellet over the top because the fish in here absolutely love them. Anyone that fishes up here, which isn't many people, but anyone that does fish up here seems to use pellets and corn, and that's what they're used to feeding on. I've chucked a few boilies in. When I mean a few, like 5 on each spot at the most, because I don't know, when I fish with boilies up here, solidly just boilies, I never seem to do as well as when I'm putting in a little bit of the particles. So I'm going to sit back. The sun's all right today. It's going to cloud over later and the wind's going to pick up. Highs are 7 degrees, brisk southwesterly wind that's going to pick up this afternoon. It's not too bad at the moment. Now where I'm fishing, I've got a sight of all the water. So if a fish tops or any sign of a ripple or bubbles or anything that's indicating where the fish might be, I'll be chucking the rod straight on their head. So hopefully the next clip's going to see me in some action. I didn't want to record while I was playing it because I've never been so nervous playing a fish. But finally, my blanking streak has ended. The right hand rod I just recast out, put a bit more goo on, threw a few boilies on the spot, and then this little boy has took my raspberry ripple wafter. It's been soaking in goo. 11.25 pound. I'm over the moon happy. Blanking streak's ended. Bantered down the pub and now I've stopped. I've got one. I can sit back and relax. Although the last coffee sachet that I had, it's going to have gone cold by now. But it don't matter for this fella. I'm going to get it straight back in, get my rod straight back on the spot. It's 2:15 now and I can't begin to tell you how happy I am about catching that fish. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but I really am happy about catching that fish. I think it's more relief than anything. This has been my 7th blank in a row if I hadn't caught today. 4 carp fishing blanks in a row before today. So I'll come back to a lake that I know for fishing in the winter and the summer as well, really. It's free, so I don't have to pay for a day ticket. I know the people that own it, they're all right with me fishing it as long as I don't leave any mess, like litter, stuff like that, which I don't do anyway. So I'm happy, and 11.25 pounds pretty decent for out of here. So I've come back to what I know, basically. I've gone back to simple rigs, and it's worked. Coming back to a lake that I know, and fishing rigs that I know, and baits that I know that are going to work, on spots that I know that I'm going to catch from. That was on my right-hand rod. There's a spot that my right-hand rod's on that any kind of weather, winter or summer, that is a spot that I always put a rod on. And if I come down with mates, I always try to get the side that's got that spot on it, so I can get onto that little area. It always does me good for a bite. I had a fish off there earlier on in the winter, off that spot. So I was thinking that every time I put a bit of bait out this morning, albeit only a little amount, I seem to have a bit of movement, like little knocks and that. I had a run on the left-hand rod, 2 or 3 times on the right-hand rod. I had what I thought might be liners or little fish moving the bait. So I had a recast of the right-hand rod, put a bit more pellet, a bit more sweet corn out and a few boilies again. And within 10 minutes, I had that 11.25 pounder. So I've done the same with the left-hand rod now. I've put a little bit more bait out onto that one, had a recast, put a bit more goo on. And fingers crossed, in the next 3 hours, there could be another fish. But I'm not gonna have any moans if I don't catch another one, because I'm finally off the mark for this decade. I moved my left-hand rod off a fed area where I've been fishing all day and had a run from this morning. Tried my luck out in the middle where I had a fish from in my last vlog that I did up here. And lo and behold, 15 minutes later, this little fella. Taking on a bottom bait, bit of pop-up corn with a bit of almond goo on the top as a single bait, and this little guy's at it. That's 2 fish in 1 day. Woo! I'm doing all right, ain't I? I'm gonna get him back in. Well, that's the second carp. The blanking streak is well and truly over. The left-hand rod has been a little bit quiet. I wasn't getting no touches or liners or nothing knocks where I was this morning. So I moved it out into the middle of a lake where I caught a fish in my last winter vlog up here. And lo and behold, it didn't take that long and I managed to get one. Single bait, and it's gone back out as a single bait and been put back on the same place. Now my right-hand rod, I've just topped it up with the rest of my tin of sweet corn. And I'm gonna hope that there'll be another one, if I'm lucky, just before the sun sets. Oh, the anticipation. It's tea time. It's 20 to 5, 20 minutes of fishing left. And I'm signing the vlog off now. Thanks very much for watching. Finally, I'm off the blanking streak with a couple of carp, and look out for my next vlogs.